Shalom. East Synagogue is beginning a new program we're calling Rodfei Kodesh. It's R-O-D-F-E-I, first word, K-O-D-E-S-H. I grew up at a synagogue called Rodfei Shalom, and I was youth director at a synagogue called Rodfei Tzedek, but I don't believe there's ever been a synagogue or a Jewish educational institute or program called Rodfei Kodesh. Rodfei is the pursuers of, based on the root of rodef, a pursuer. Now, a pursuer can be a good thing or a bad thing. In Jewish abortion law, the rodef is the fetus when it's threatening the life of the mother. But as the great sage Hillel said, that you should love peace and pursue it, pursuing peace there is rodef shalom, which is why that synagogue I grew up with was called Rodef Shalom. So pursuers can be good or bad. Now, kodesh is holiness. So what does it mean exactly to say something is a pursuer of holiness? Well, the idea is in Judaism, the only thing that is kadosh is God. It says in Leviticus, you should be kadosh because I am kadosh. God is kadosh, holy and set apart. But a human being can never be kadosh because we all know that we make mistakes. We all know that we're flawed. And the idea that a human being could possibly be perfect is an untenable Jewish idea. It's impossible. Because human beings are human beings. Sin crouches at the door. We make mistakes. And so the question is then, what do you do with that? And the idea is, where do you aim? You have to know where you're aiming. And in Judaism, where you aim is for kedusha, for holiness. Now, you can never achieve it completely because that is alone in the province of God, but you can strive the best of your ability to follow the mitzvot, to love thy neighbor as thyself, to be a mensch. And while you pursue that, to know that you can always try and elevate your life to a higher and higher level. There's lots of literature in Judaism which tries to teach that approach, about living a life of aspiring to kedusha. I was motivated by this by remembering that when the Lexus car brand first came out, their tagline in their ads was the relentless pursuit of perfection. I thought that was always interesting because you know that you can never achieve perfection in a car. It's made an inanimate object that's always going to decay at some point, and you'll need to replace parts, and eventually it'll lose its ability to be on the road. But you can relentlessly pursue it. You can have this image of the engineers of Toyota Corporation and building these Lexuses, trying to do their very best to make it the best car they possibly can. Never achieving perfection, but relentlessly pursuing it. That's really what the idea of Rodef Kodesh and Rodfei Kodesh is, pursuing holiness. Now we're going to start out with a couple of classes. They'll be in Chicago and also online. We'll see where we go from there. But that is the idea of Rodfei Kodesh. And it's certainly a motto that everybody should embrace, saying that we have not achieved holiness yet, but we should aspire to grow in holiness. Shalom.